Hey,
I'm
Vance.
here.
Supporting
Hello, good
JETBLACK.
morning, good afternoon.
Good morning, good night.
So these are real, they aren't fake, because they're my sponsor for the day.
Should we do this?
Yeah. Can I just have a word from my sponsors? I just want to thank Cocoa Water,
Tropicana.
Yeah,
Cocoa
Tropicana.
Water, and everything from Woolworths, actually. About. There we go.
The transparent drink. Well, welcome to the third episode of Jet Black Listening Sessions. We invite the same panel back, Abby Nurock, Kostakis,
Bonjour.
and Blanka Mazimela. And my name is
Really
Jared
good. I
Treger.
want to hear a good tune.
So what we do on these episodes is we take a track, we listen to it, we give it a review, a crit, our opinions, and let you comment too. Right, guys. So last time we tried something quite cool where I didn't tell you what the name of the track was. Now today, during my testing phase, unfortunately that failed miserably when I somehow shared my screen and Abby saw who the artist is.
I won't comment.
Abby is not allowed to say who made this track. Okay.
Okay.
You can guess later. It's a little on the tougher side of what we've been listening to previously. Should we get into it? Should we listen to the music?
Sorry.
Let's
Is it
go.
anything like that new track by Toy DeLazy that's been supported by, and I quote, Peggy Boo, Nina Kravitz, with that okay, Fuck, I love trap music.
that gives us a good indication of the song?
Can I go first?
Blanka, let's move this around the room. How are we feeling about this music? I mean, Costa's looking quite sunshiny. It's a good cap, Cos.
In the beach.
The beach.
In the beach.
From Kelly. Straight from Blowberg Beach, playing the beats. Brooklyn bounce on the radio. Go, Blank. Let's hear your story, boy.
Let's move around the room. Blanks, what are your feelings?
Okay. Okay, so I've got a feeling. Oh no.
That is some white ass shit right there, man.
Let's start with what we think about the music.
Okay,
right? We go around the room. Then you guys can vote, and then you can guess who it is. How's that for the play here?
So okay, let me jump in. I've got a because I love Rufus the Soul quite a lot. It reminded me immediately of that.
Yeah.
It really just got right up there with Rufus. And Rufus, a mixture of just her and Rufus. Like there's like a fusion going on there, and I dig it. I think it needs a mix. I don't know if anyone heard the same. It might be the case because I'm hearing it.
Guys, remember these tracks are often at demo stage, so you can judge the production, but not the mix of them. Most of them have not been mastered yet. Yeah,
I think it. I dig it. I dig it because I'm a huge fan of that sound, Rufus. I play that type.
You
of
would play
stuff.
this track.
I would play it definitely in my set, like no doubt. If it was mixed and mastered, definitely it is in my set.
Cool.
And I wouldn't even guess who it is. I would play it without even knowing the producer or having, as long as it's not.
Okay, I think this is my favorite of the three we've listened to so far.
Wow.
I wasn't convinced. Listen, I wasn't convinced to start. I was like, it's a bit aggressive, but the vocals were amazing, and I agree with you, Blanks. I love Rufus too.
Abby's got an upper hand here. She knows who it is.
No, completely.
Oh my God, it's
objectively.
Rufus.
Shut up. Completely objectively, it's very Mind Against Matami kind of vocal build-up, which I love. Similar to that, very like afterlife.
Is it Matame or is it Mathame or is it Matame?
I don't know. Matame. I'm like, Matame sounds pretty cool, pretty dope.
Actually, I've actually spoken to them.
Sorry.
The myth.
Your head just kind of
What's their
disappeared.
name?
Your head just kind of disappeared over there.
Well, I didn't actually speak to them there. I sent the message only about 7 or 8 times, and they ghosted me every time. But it said red, so.
No, so I love the vocals. That like electronic 80s synth sound that comes in. Love that. It kind of adds a lot of dimension. So yeah, I really loved it.
So Abby, how do you think this would work on a dance floor? You're our dance floor queen.
It would kill. Oh yeah, I know. It would be definitely peak of my set. Amazing.
I think at peak of my set also.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Costa.
Yeah. No, it's a banger. Viola loved it too.
He likes it too.
She loved it.
Get away from me.
Sample that little.
Kaz, what are your feelings on this track?
At first, look, I think in terms of DJing it or playing it out, I do like the track. I'm also a big fan of Rufus and all those artists. For me, I think that melodically, it's in the beginning. See, I like the way that he held the tension all the way through. I don't know what it was going to do. Like he held like one note all the way through and then kind of changed the progression. That's a style. Like I like to do that as well. I love doing that. So you kind of don't give it all away. I think that in terms of the track, the vocal's great. It's hard to find good original vocals. I'm assuming that's original. It's a cool vocal, very cool. I'd probably process it a bit more, maybe just make it a little bit wetter. You know, get a little bit wetter, a little bit wetter, yeah.
Dive in
get
the sea behind you.
Ooh, you see how wet I am. I'm just getting wet all day long. I'm fine. That. And in terms of, you know, I know we're not supposed to on the mix itself, but what I would have done was, I think those synths are a little bit aggressive in the beginning as well. I must say, it kind of like, I mean, how would you just like? It's very difficult to start the track. Like if you're going to start the track like that, you're going to have to mix it.
You might lose your audience.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit hectic to begin with. So I would have probably turned that down, or it sounds like he's using a filter. I'd probably turn that filter down in the beginning and slowly work my way up to that point, because that feels like it's starting before it started.
Too much.
You know what I mean?
I do think the beginning is a bit deceiving as to where the track's going to go.
The track's going.
Yeah.
You can't even tell genre before it starts. But it's cool. I mean, from an artistic point of view, that's the way he's doing it. That's his vibe. I like the track. I like the ops. I love the vocal. I would also play a track like that, definitely. I'd probably change out a few of the, maybe like the synth patches, just because they're super aggressive. But it also reminds me of someone like Rinzen. I don't know if you know Rinzen. He also has that like super aggressive sound.
I think it has a lot of like, it goes kind of towards a Still for Talent kind of feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Killerkint, isn't it? Killerkint, no?
Killerkint and Still for Talent, yeah.
He makes that super aggressive, raspy, like, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's got that element of the synth sound, and then he brings it back kind of tribally, brings that cussive sound. It's very diverse. It's a very full track.
It's got that
I
kind
would have
of
started with its mid and like kind of maybe like work my way up into that super raspy, like just arrangement thing. But that's just, and we're just giving opinions. We're not saying him how to do, you know?
And that kind of like electronic 80s vocal.
Yeah, love that. Love. Yeah. And it works with the...
So
I like the elements.
Then? I mean,
wait. Let's do a little vote here. Out of 10, guys. Out of 10.
Okay. I'm first. I give it's a solid 9, eh?
Wow.
A 9.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 9.
That's a high so far. That's
the first song I'd play in my set. Like, not first song, but it's definitely in my set, because it's just, you know,
Arrow, did you hear that? Yes. Arrow, did you hear that? Arrow, did you hear that shit?
No.
Woo! Abby.
I like I said, I loved it. I would definitely peak it in my set.
Yeah.
I'd say 8.5.
You love these halves, eh? You got to think for halves.
I mean, am I a black or white kind of girl? No.
You know, when you get to the club, bro, when you get to the club, you know it's going to have a Harvey with you, boy. Abby's taking a half. Harvey on dinner, Harvey on the ball.
Yeah. Dutch. I go Dutch.
Oh, man.
Goes Dutch. Dutch from whatever's going. Ooh,
it's my Libran, you know.
What are we giving it out of 10, Kazi?
I'm going to say, you know what, because of, I can't, look, bro, I listen to a lot of music, and I get sent a lot of music.
There's a reason
because
we picked you for this.
Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, also, it did also sound, look, how about this? That track has the potential to be a 9. It can be a 9 with a couple of tweaks. I'd say with a couple of tweaks, but that's just my opinion. But as it stands, I'd have to give it a 7, because
7. It's a big jump, don't you think? Listen, remember, we're not voting on the mix here, to any degree. The track is still going for mixing. We are simply voting.
I mean, the vocal element, but I'm just thinking in terms of what the 7's going to do to the person. That's probably a big deal. That's going to hear it and be like, that dick. Or it's going to be like,
no, hang on.
Nah, I'm going to make it.
We want you to be honest, of course, and critical. And obviously there's a little bit of opinion involved as well. I mean, Blanka's giving it a 9 and Abby's giving it 8.5, which is fine. But, you know, just...
Let me just do a line and see how I feel. Hold on. 10. 10 out of 10. 10. 10. Can I give it an 11? Can I give it an 11? I'll give it an 11. 11.5. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. No, okay. I tell you what. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. How about that? Because
Hey,
I think that
It's
the
even
heart.
out.
I think
yeah.
that I'll tell you why 7.5, because I think that once the person hears what I've got to say, like what I just said, change this and slightly make it, because also everything sounds beautiful the first time you hear it, but now when I'm thinking back now, a lot of the stuff just comes in at weird times. The ops kind of just come in. A lot of stuff feels like it feels very busy. All the elements are there to make a track a 9 or a 10,
Just
but
needs
I
to be
think
cleaned
they
out.
cleaned up, and maybe less is more in some ways.
Simplify,
That's just
yeah.
my
But I mean,
opinion.
ultimately, out of the crew of you, we're sitting at 9, 8.5, 7.5. That's a 25 out of 30. That's a higher score so
That's
far.
the highest.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
You want to know who it is?
Hold on.
Should I let Abby give it away?
Hold
It's
on.
someone on the JETBLACK roster. I'll give you that clue.
You see, that's the thing. I was going to say it may have been Sipe.
It's not Arrow, eh?
Nope.
No, it's not Era. I was going to say Sipe, but
It's not.
Ooh.
yeah, it's not Sipe. But just because I know that he goes super aggressive sometimes, and I know what he's capable of.
What?
Dean Fuel. No,
Costa says
No,
Sipe.
man.
Blanka here's Dean.
Blank, I don't know, bro. Bro, this whole
It's the
9
bad
thing.
reception.
I don't know about this 9 thing now, bro. I don't know if I can
Is that
trust.
a
I can't
toothbrush?
trust.
Is that a toothbrush
No.
in your hand? No, it's
No,
okay.
no, it's a toothbrush. No,
It's a straw.
it's a straw. It's a little funny.
Um,
What the hell is that?
so do you want to
Antiseptic
get?
wipe wash.
You want to guess?
Okay, hold on. Can I just go through the roster quickly and have a look? Hold on.
No, you cannot.
Just give me 20 minutes.
Blanks, any ideas? Okay, I'll work towards it. It's a Pretoria-based producer. It is featuring
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Is it?
it's Cornelius featuring.
Come on, guys. I was just looking at Cornelius. I was about to say it. Look, there it is.
Oh.
It's featuring Jordan Arts.
Jordan Arts.
Oh,
That
wow.
vocal's amazing.
Yeah.
Who's Jordan?
Is he from
Who's
Pop
that?
Idol?
So, it's a great collaboration of artists. No.
Is he from Pop Idol?
Heavy. That's so
No.
cool.
So Cornelius featuring Jordan
on.
Arts,
I should stop saying. I should stop talking now.
and the track's name is
That vocal was amazing.
Free Your Mind.
That's
Cornelius SA featuring Jordan Arts. Free Your Mind.
Nah.
No, man, I know Jordan Arts, man. I know Jordan Arts. Yeah. But he's like a full muser, though, like a full-on muser.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
plays.
kinds of
Yeah.
He plays all
But you can
instruments.
hear
I don't know
that.
what instruments he plays.
Yeah.
And
You
Cornelius
can hear
is
the difference in
Cornelius
musicality.
is Cornelius is doing some great things at the moment.
No, Cornelius is amazing.
He's had some amazing releases.
Brilliant.
His most recent one on Armada Deep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
He's
Actually,
doing
I
some
saw
cool
that. I
things.
saw that on Instagram.
Fuck, did I say 7.5?
Yeah.
10. My bad.
See, where my 9 was really a 9, and now I know why it's a 9. Like,
Yeah.
it's like my gut was telling me that song can literally. I see a lot
I
of
can
people
see it,
playing
Big
that
Dance
song.
floor heaving.
Like I really think, like, geez, we're pushing out some music in South Africa, eh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
yeah.
Competition's on, man.
Jeez.
Cool, guys.
Competition's
It's
on.
working.
Sweet.
Thank you,
I think-
Cornelius. You legend. That's so
Thanks,
cool.
Cornelius. Thanks to you guys.
Cornelius, I want
was
to
a
hear
fun
another
one.
version.
Yeah.
Your
I think-
remix.
No, I want to hear the edits. I want to hear now. Well, is it finished though? Is it finished?
track,
or is it still demo phase?
It's finished. It's just going for mixing and mastering. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I would like to actually. Could I get that in a
Thank you,
SoundCloud link?
sponsors.
I have to download it.
Sorry.
Thank you sponsors. Yeah. Thank you, sponsors. Yeah. Good
Who are your
luck.
sponsors? JETBLACK.
Good luck. JETBLACK.
Oh, good.
No.
Yeah, what else?
Hashtag safe. Safe.